The Heist is the debut studio album by American hip-hop duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Independently produced, recorded and released by the duo, the album reached number 1 on iTunes within hours of being released on October 9, 2012 with no mainstream promotion or support. The album was recorded in Seattle between 2009 and 2012 and was released on Macklemore LLC under the Alternative Distribution Alliance catalog. A series of singles were released before the album release from late 2010 onwards, with the fifth single Thrift Shop being the most commercially successful, peaking at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 1 in 17 other countries, including number 1 positions in New Zealand and Australia, as well as a successful run on the charts in many other countries. The album's third single Can't Hold Us was also largely commercially successful, peaking at number 1 in the United States, Australia, and Sweden. The album sold 78,000 copies in its first week, debuting at number 2 on the US Billboard 200 chart and at number 1 on the Billboard Top R&B Hip Hop Albums and Top Rap Albums charts, while entering the Canadian Albums chart at number 4. As of March 23, 2014, it has sold 1,378,000 copies in the United States. The album was also critically successful, receiving generally positive reviews from critics. On January 26, 2014, it won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album, where it was also nominated for Album of the Year and earned Macklemore and Ryan Lewis the award for Best New Artist. Background: in July 2012, Macklemore and Lewis announced that their debut full-length album, The Heist, would be released on October 9, 2012 as well as a subsequent world tour to promote the release. On July 18, 2012, the duo released the Mary Lambert-assisted Same Love in support of Washington state's Referendum 74 regarding gay marriage. It was announced that the song would be included on the album, as were previously released songs My Oh My, Wing Dollar, Can't Hold Us, and Make the Money. In an interview with the Sermons Domain, Macklemore confirmed a collaboration with Schoolboy Q on a song about Cadillacs called White Walls. A song titled Jimmy Iovine featuring Ab-Soul was also confirmed. On September 4, 2012, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis released a video promoting the deluxe edition of The Heist, showing it as a box made out of faux gator skin. Singles: the first single put out from all of the recordings was My Oh My, released on December 21, 2010. It failed to chart and ended up as a bonus track on the album. The second single released was Wing Dollar on January 21, 2011. Wing Dollar has reached number 40 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart and number 12 on the Billboard Bubbling Under Hot 100. Can't Hold Us featuring Ray Dalton was released as the third single on August 16, 2011. The track eventually caught the attention of Sean Lynch, a writer from The Source magazine, who initiated an interview to land Macklemore in the magazine's Unsigned Hype column in early 2012. It debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 chart at number 97 for the week ending February 16, 2013 and peaked at number 1 on the week of May 18, 2013, and remained there for 5 consecutive weeks, becoming the longest-running consecutive number 1 of 2013, tied with Harlem Shake by Barra. It also peaked at number 1 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. It as well reached number 1 in Australia and Belgium. The fourth single, Same Love featuring Mary Lambert, was released on July 18, 2012, and gained significant coverage in the media due to its content supporting same-sex marriage and criticizing homophobia in hip-hop culture. Same Love debuted at number 99 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the week ending February 16, 2013 and peaked at number 11. The single reached number 1 in Australia in the ARIA charts and on New Zealand's RIANZ chart. The fifth single, Thrift Shop featuring Wanz, was very successful commercially. It was released on October 8, 2012, and peaked on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 1 for 6 non-consecutive weeks. Thrift Shop has sold over 6 million copies in the United States. Thrift Shop also reached the top of the Australian and New Zealand singles charts and was certified 6 Platinum in Australia and 2 Platinum in New Zealand. In Canada, it reached number 1 on the Canadian Hot 100. The single has also become a veritable international hit, charting in many European singles charts including Austria, Denmark, France, Finland, Germany, Norway, the Netherlands, Sweden and the UK. The sixth single, White Walls featuring rapper Schoolboy Q and singer Hollis was performed on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno on August 27, 2013. The song would be released to mainstream radio on October 8, 2013 and has since peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100. Critical reception: The Heist has received positive reviews from music critics. At Metacritic, which assigns a normalized rating out of 100 to reviews from mainstream critics, the album received an average score of 74, which indicates generally favorable reviews, based on 8 reviews. Adam Fleischer of XXL praised its originality and production, stating the unregistered trademark s these sort of astute observations on the human condition and keen self-awareness that set this effort apart. That reality, coupled with Ryan Lewis' unregistered trademark vast, daring and layered production, makes The Heist a truly beautiful album that challenges musical boundaries. Edwin Ortiz of Hip Hop DX rated the album 4 out of 5, saying the album was an exemplary balance of serious and cheerful cuts alike. Very seldom does The Heist reach beyond its means. And when it does, unregistered trademark s more so due to lack of creative placement than effort. In his Barnes & Noble list, Robert Christgau named The Heist as the 72nd best album of 2012. Commercial performance: The Heist debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200 chart behind only Mumford & Sons' Babel and sold 78,000 copies in its first week, marking the best sales week yet for both Macklemore and Lewis. 83% of the first week sales derived from digital download. On April 3, 2013, it was announced that the album has reached gold status, with over 500,000 copies sold. As of March 23, 2014, it has sold 1,378,000 copies. It also debuted at number 4 on the Canadian Albums Chart. The album reached the number 1 spot on iTunes in various countries, including the US and Germany. Track listing, charts, certifications, see also, List of Billboard 200 number 1 independent albums, List of Billboard number 1 R&B albums of 2012, List of number 1 rap albums of 2012. List of number 1 albums in 2013, List of Billboard number 1 R&B albums of 2013, List of Billboard number 1 rap albums of 2013, List of Billboard number 1 rap albums of 2014, references.